keenly watching the head of Apple, Tim Cook, come to the White House. And this entire presentation happened about this very exclusive gift that he's gotten manufactured for the president. And generally, this is the least relevant conversation that takes place when you're meeting the head of an executive. You're talking business, you're talking about what needs to get done, and that's the premise of the conversation. So, it's indicative that these things do matter. So, let me put that question to Gautam Mukherjee. Gautam Mukherjee, why not? Because I can reasonably argue that Barack Obama was given the Nobel Peace Prize simply because he wasn't George Bush. There was a signal from the Nobel Committee that you are not George Bush, you deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't really do much for global peace and prosperity. He organized one nuclear disarmament summit which did nothing about nuclear disarmament. So, why not give it to him? Why not let him have the golf courses and the Trump Towers and the Nobel Peace Prize, and let's get on with it?
Well, apart from everything else, he has gone out of his way to annoy the Europeans, including Switzerland, with his tariffs. So this would be a double capitulation. One was when all the heads of the EU came and ringed around Trump in his office at the Oval. And this would be Norway and Sweden agreeing to give it to a man who has done nothing but abuse them, and including NATO. There's been enough capitulation from Europe, and while a certain amount of it they might have felt is inevitable, this is gilding the lily, and I don't think they'll do it.
Okay, but maybe intelligent conversations can happen, as Dan was putting, that it is in the good of the world to get this off our backs, and if it is in the good of the world, what's the harm? What's the harm in giving the Bharat Ratna to Donald Trump? What's the problem?
Absurd, because the man, he destroys the value of the Bharat Ratna and the Nobel. He is completely out of order, and it is just that he's sitting in the Oval Office. And as long as he's got his power base intact, we have to put up with him. But we certainly don't have to fate and flounce him on top of that.
Okay, let me get Ambassador Sachdev here. Ambassador Sachdev, 2.5 years is not everything in history. You had a